My guest today is Major General Rajan Kochhar, MG AOC Central Command. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
So we are at a situation where we know that war will happen any time, or probably India will definitely strike any time. Now in all this, there is a big question that when you war, you fight with ammunitions. Both the sides, they are definitely like piling up to their stocks. How long do you think will Pakistan's ammunitions last if India goes on a full-scale war?
A very good question, because most of us focus on operational art, how the infantry is going to fight, how the armored is going to fight, how the artillery is going to deploy resources. But the most important factor of any good army is the logistics.
Right.
So ammunition is one important part of war fighting capability. So every nation has a war wastage reserve.
War wastage reserve. Okay.
And we call it WWR.
Okay.
So this war wastage reserve is as part of the government policy. How many days of reserves you visualize to hold in case of a conflict.
Okay.
Our philosophy has been 30 days intense and 30 days
reserve.
Normal.
Normal.
So if you convert the normal into intense, the ratio is 1:3. So that implies that the Indian Army is capable of 40 days intense war.
Okay.
That is the capability of the Indian Army to fight for 40 days without looking back.
Okay.
Because you have those resources, ammunition.
Without calling for extra ammunition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, similarly, Pakistan Army has also a similar kind of a concept. But you'll be surprised to know that today the Pakistan Army has only 7 to 10 days of WWR.
Okay.
That means they have the ammunition for intense conflict for not more than 7 to 8 days.
Okay.
And that is why you are seeing all their envoys, Bilawal, Bhutto, everybody
like
asking for international intervention to stop the war, because you see, bravado is one thing.
They know they will have to surrender.
Yes. General Munir is showing bravado today. He's showing, okay,
that posturing.
Take on, posturing.
False posturing, you can say.
Absolutely. And that posturing has to be followed by the ground realities. The ground realities suggest that the Pakistan Army, in the worst case scenario also, can stretch it up to 10 days.
Okay.
Then what happens? Within the own nation, you must have the surge capacity.
Okay. Okay.
For example, you must have a defense ecosystem within the country for manufacturing of ammunition. Because as and when the ammunition is getting expanded,
per requirement,
you have the capability to manufacture it also.
Okay.
Unfortunately, in Pakistan, it is only the Pakistan ordnance factories which are manufacturing ammunition. They don't have private sector involved in manufacturing of ammunition. We have started now, within our own country, if you would have heard about Adani and Mahindra
they just got into
systems and L&T. They all have got into ammunition.
I think Adani, they also moved into Kanpur. They started a facility.
The Kanpur factory right now is manufacturing small arms ammunition. They are slowly graduating to the heavy caliber ammunition, now medium caliber ammunition.
Okay. Okay.
So suffice to say that Pakistan does not have the surge capacity. Now, what does Pakistan do then?
Yes.
Pakistan has to look over the shoulders to China,
so
to Turkey.
Are you anticipating that, like Ukraine got its ammunitions from US and Germany and even France, for that matter, here Pakistan will be struggling to get it? Can China and Turkey technically supply ammunitions to Pakistan?
See, what happens in warlike conditions, the ammunition resupply has to happen very fast. You can't wait for 30 days for the ammunition to come.
Correct.
Because it has to be instantly.
Correct.
you want some ammunition. So, how does this ammunition come to Pakistan? There are only two ways it can come through. You either from the sea or from the air. So the vulnerability in war, and I think the Indian Navy will have to play a very
vital role
in the blockade of the Karachi port
on the sea route,
and also to ensure that whatever logistic help Pakistan is getting from outside, it is targeted.
Okay.
If you remember, Russia did the same thing with Ukraine. Convoys from Poland, from Romania, they were targeted.
Yes.
And destroyed. So I think every nation will have to take into account, and we will also have to take into account that in case China is helping out Pakistan or Turkey, because from Turkey it has to come only by air.
Correct.
By the time it comes through the sea, it will take a lot of time.
Correct.
So we will have to, and I'm sure there must be a plan for that.
And we are a lot better placed in terms of like handling such situations. Now you were talking about some cold start strategy. Can you throw some light?
See, what happens is that I'll take you back to 2001-2 when Parakram happened. At that time, we were following the Sundarji doctrine.
So Operation Parakram was?
It was immediately after the Parliament attack.
Okay.
So we decided to attack Pakistan that day. We mobilized.
Okay.
And we were at the border for more than 1 year.
Okay.
And actually we missed that opportunity to get into Pakistan.
Okay.
Because Pakistan was not prepared that time.
Okay.
And Pakistan was not anticipating that the Indian army will mobilize and launch an offensive.
Okay.
And I think American pressure was there and a lot of things.
And political thing.
So we didn't go through anyway.
Okay.
That was an opportunity lost.
Okay.
Now, what happened in Parakram was the Sundarji doctrine we were actually following, and we wanted to mobilize the entire Indian army at the same time. So it took us almost 30 to 40 days to mobilize.
Okay.
The lesson learned was that you need to reduce your time period of mobilization. So the cold start doctrine came into play as far as we are concerned. That implies no need for the entire army to mobilize. You have integrated battle groups today.
Short troops, or you can say short mobilization.
Short mobilization groups which have a RT element, which have an armored element, which have an infantry element, which have a mechanized infantry element.
Okay.
And the rockets and the missiles and all. You are a small group. Say 80, 100 vehicles. I'm just giving you an example.
Okay.
And you mobilize this small group onto the border. You take the enemy by surprise and you move in with specific objectives. And those objectives need not be very deep into Pakistan.
Capture a certain area,
20 kilometers, 30 kilometers. Capture these areas fast.
Yeah.
And then use them as a bargaining.
Like a rapid action. Guerrilla, you can say.
Yeah.
The guerrilla warfare.
Not exactly guerrilla, but then you faster with the specific battle groups to target objectives. You don't reach the threshold of a nuclear war also because you have not gone deep into Pakistan. So the question of nuclear will not come. And once you capture these objectives,
then you negotiate.
Absolutely correct. Then you negotiate and you tell them that, okay, we will not give you back these territories until you ensure that no terrorism will take place in Pakistan. Come on the table, dismantle your terrorist camps, and only then this territory comes back to you. So that is the cold start doctrine. That is, you will take 4-5 days to mobilize.
Okay, that's great.
5 days you are inside Pakistan. 6th day you are inside Pakistan. Without Pakistan realizing that, okay, what has happened to the situation.
So I think that answers the question, like what is this preparation going on? The people are waiting, like we are preparing how long? So I think that would it's the mobilization, it's the planning that's going on.
And the most important point in the cold start strategy is that moment you decide that you have to go into Pakistan, in a very limited time, you are able to execute your plan.
So that
So
that's
get my this thing.
getting a striking edge.
Yeah.
For a common man's understanding,
Yeah.
this basically is the power to basically like do an impact strike,
Yeah.
come back and use that as a leverage,
use that
and it
and-
takes short time.
And you don't escalate that into a warlike situation because you have not gone deep into Pakistan.
Correct.
You are at a threshold of where you can use the captured territory as your bargaining
Perfect.
tool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Major General Rajan Kochhar, thank you for your time.
Thank you. It was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to be on the show.